At first, no one paid any attention to the disaster. A ship was slowly moving toward the shore from the open sea. One girl kept staring at it. She warned her mother. The ship was getting closer fast, and they didn't have much time left. Within minutes, tourists on the beach started running for their lives. Luckily, the out-of-control ship got stuck in the sand, and no one was killed. Still, the girl's family was forced to return to their vacation villa. Once inside, the mother tried to look up the cause of the incident online, but shockingly, there was no network anywhere in the house. That evening, the whole family sat down for dinner, but even by midnight, the internet still hadn't come back. Then suddenly, there was a knock at the door. When they opened it, a man and a young girl were standing outside. The man introduced himself as George, and the girl was his daughter, Mira. George said he was the owner of the villa, the one who had rented it to the Hawk family. Even though his arrival was unexpected, Hawk let them inside. George explained that his city had been hit by a massive power outage, and the internet was completely down. Fearing for his and his daughter's safety, he had come here for shelter. He asked to stay just for one night, but Julia immediately refused. Right then, an emergency alert suddenly blared on the TV. The news reported that signal-based devices across the entire world had stopped working. In the end, Julia reluctantly allowed George to stay the night. The next morning, the girl went outside and witnessed something strange. The entire forest was filled with deer. Meanwhile, George went to check on his friend's house, only to find it completely destroyed. Everything inside was smashed. In the garage, he found a satellite phone, but it had no signal either. When he reached the beach, he spotted a watch. As soon as he picked it up, a severed hand came up from underneath. Bodies and debris were scattered all around. Suddenly, a plane came crashing straight toward him from the sky, and George ran for his life. At the same time, Hawk also saw a plane dropping red-colored material onto the ground. He tried to turn the car around, but the red substance completely covered his vehicle. Now everyone was convinced that something terrifying was coming. Out of fear, the Hawk family decided to head back home, but on the way, they saw self-driving Tesla cars crashed into each other, blocking the roads. Somehow, they managed to survive and return to George's house. With no network and no phones, they had no choice but to wait. But the real horror was still to come. The next morning, the Hawk family's son's teeth suddenly started falling out. He said he had been bitten by some kind of bug in the forest. Just then, Julia realized her daughter was missing. So what happens next? Subscribe to find out.